right? Right. Okay. And I will put the questions in the chat. Let me find the questions. Too many windows here. All right. No, actually, I need to make it shorter. I will put around 8, and then I put the rest. All right, can you see the questions?
Let me see.
Yes. Great.
Yes.
Great. Let me put the rest of it. Oh my God, I can't open it. All right. So, first, you already know what is the imposter syndrome, so we don't need to talk about the meaning itself. And first question, have you ever experienced the imposter syndrome in your personal or professional life? Camila.
Yes, in professional life, I think this is very common. Uh, uh, for me, it's very complicated about that because in last year I have this syndrome. Then it's difficult to see your hard work, and it's and sometimes you just uh, commit a little wrong, and you feel that all the work it's lost. Then I think it's in a professional life it's very very common, and I have experience with me and with my colleagues too.
What about you, Vinicius?
Well, I'm sorry for the interruption, but I have a friend of mine that is in hospital, and uh, it was a spouse that with news. Um, well, yes, I had experienced the imposter syndrome many times in my life. Mainly in the professional area. Um, there is places where this syndrome is more common, and I have worked. I just working in another company when the subject was treated, and we didn't need to act like an impostor. Was a good place to work, but uh, uh, not long enough. Well, I think this is a cause of many problems, but I think we will talk about it.
Yeah, definitely. I have experienced it too. I think that everyone has already experienced that just even one time or twice. Um, or if it doesn't, probably this person will experience that. Um, and I have already experienced that in these two areas, professional and personal. But I think that professional is like more common, I guess, because of the pressure, maybe because of the environment of the work, as Vinicius said. Um, and that's it. What were the circumstances that triggered your feelings of imposter syndrome? Camila.
In work, I think it's a pressure for goals, I think. I don't know if this correct word, but I'm thinking is that. And sometimes when like Vinicius said, when you have I think it's a toxic manager, it's a triggered for that. Then you work hard, you work more than your time, then it's not enough. Then you have a syndrome, the impostor, and plus a syndrome of burnout too. Yes, it's very common the two syndromes is life in one people. And everything is that. I'm thinking in work it's that. And I sometimes I have this in my personal life too. When I give my child, it's that you're not a very good mother and you don't have time enough for your child, and you put in the school, oh, you are a horrible mother for that. If you stay in home, you are a horrible professional too. That is so difficult.
Definitely. We are always like I cannot find a word in English for that, but we are always putting ourselves in a pressure. So when someone put us a pressure on us, it's even worse because we are used to put ourselves in pressure. Vinicius, what about you?
The most common circumstances, I think, when you are defied to overcome your limitations or accept a high level of compromised. And I see this behavior in environments when the high achiever or high performance team are built, because there are a positive discourse to enhance your abilities. You understand? And you accept more than you can do, more greater to your capacity, believing that you work harder, you achieve the goal. But there is situations when the goal is over your conditions, and you can lie in the burnout syndrome, like Camila said.
Yeah, I agree with you both. For me, it happens, as I said, in personal life. Like, think that I'm not like usually related to someone, for example, just like Camila said about her daughter, for example. But usually I think I'm not a good daughter. I'm not a good girlfriend, I'm not a good friend, and I keep trying to. I'm not sure, but I keep I just don't know how to say this word in English. It's like cobrar, to cobrar myself, things that I shouldn't. It's not or put me in a situation that I don't like, that I'm not comfortable, because I think that I'm not good enough to be in a comfortable situation. And it also happens in, when opportunities comes, I just get afraid because I can't, accept this opportunity, even though it's a great opportunity for me, but I think that I cannot handle it, and it just pass, and I stay in the way I was before the opportunity, and I don't take it. So it also happens. Let me see. How did you first become aware of the concept of imposter syndrome? Vinicius.
I read about it and understand the concept, but when I know about the syndrome, I don't identify that in me. And many years after that, I start to recognize the situations when I act like this syndrome. Um, it's common in the human being does not recognize in himself the negative situations. And in an environment when the is expected that you achieve good results and high performance, you have a tendency to be blind about all situations that prejudice your behavior, your performance. Yep.
What about you, Camilo?
The question is about how I knew my when it starts that. Okay. Um, in last year, I received my job offer to work in a company with market social media with I don't know in English, but construção civil. Then I accepted. Then 6 months later, they offer me I don't know in English to like a socio, if socio. Then sometimes when it passed the time, I don't know why, but some people said, you don't work very well. You don't work hard enough. We don't accept it to work more than hours than you proposed then. and I'm very embarrassed with that. Then I feel I'm not a good, I'm not a professional, I'm not a really really a professional for this job. Then I'm thinking, if I don't work hard enough, why this offer about the partnership? Why? Why they propose to work more hours than I expected? Then when I say no, I'm not good enough for this job, but it's just for I'm not a I don't know, but I'm offer my life for that. Then I start to to comecei a perceber that that's the syndrome, but it's not easy because for I uh, for I changed my mind, I needed to quit my job. Then I saw a therapist. Then I see that okay, I'm wrong with that, but it's not my fault for everything, or not my fault in job, because I'm a really professional about that. Then I think it's that. And when it's in my professional case, and but in my personal cases, it's just for a mother. Oh my God, I'm turn a mother, it's so strong, that syndrome. It's it's horrible. I feel like that with I'm not a daughter, a good daughter. I'm not a good wife. I'm a good girlfriend. But when you turn a mother, oh my God, it's a very hard. It's a very hard. It's a feeling. It's you put in your heart and espreme. It's very difficult.
I think that is totally normal because actually it's you're caring of a human being, so a little human being. So that is totally dependent on you, on the parents itself. And I think it's so, I mean, I have no data to say that. I'm not sure, but I think it's totally normal because I think it's something really serious. So you,
Yes, I would think so. It's normal too, but it's sentimento assim muito diferente.
yeah, I can't even imagine. Um, for me, I don't have this actually stories to tell about it, but I think that the first time that I that I heard this definition was on TNT. There was if I'm not mistaken, it was an immersion that Wellington, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if you guys knows him, but he talked about it, and then I've never heard about it, and he was explaining what was it, and for those who doesn't know, to try to talk something about it, and I didn't know anything about it, and he said, and I got like, oh my God, it happens really. And then people were talking their experience about it, and I thought, oh, wait, maybe I am feeling this right now. And it was something like this because I have no idea how was it. And then when people started talking actually about it, I couldn't with the explanation, I couldn't put that in a practical way in my mind, to understand that I was like living like that. But was totally about it. When I heard about it, I quit college. I quit college like for a period of time, for 2 years, and then I came back. But uh, I when I realized about when I realized what was this syndrome, and I just quit college because I thought that I couldn't do it because I wasn't good enough. And then oh my God, I think I'm leaving this right now. But now I came back to college and I'm studying. Um, let me see, number 4, right? Do you
4.
believe that certain personality types or temperaments are more wait susceptible, yeah, susceptible to experience the imposter syndrome? That's a really hard word. Susceptible. Okay. So do you think that some kind of personalities have personalities or type of temperaments have more chances to experience the imposter syndrome, or that's not related? What do you guys think? Who can answer first? Vinicius?
Okay. Well, I was thinking about, and speaking of two temperament types, like introverted and extroverted person, I think the introverted person evicts or maintain longe, far from defiance, and but many times they need to overcome the your temperament and maybe experience the syndrome. And on the other side, extroverted person, I think naturally put himself, themselves in this situation because they have a strong belief uh, in himself. But I think the situation is common for two types and manifests the different way conforms the situation.
Oops, my microphone was open and I didn't notice. Camila, what about you?
I I I think that don't have a type or temperament that you are more susceptible for that because it's it's very common when you talk with another people, another person, do you receive the feedback that Bruno or that imposter syndrome too? Then you saw extrovert people to talk very much. You think that people is very confident, but when you talk very talk to face, you saw a syndrome that there. This job is really good. Not enough. Yeah, or I think it's more. I do that in the different way. I don't know, but I think it's all the time in all the people that have this syndrome. It's possible.
Yeah, I think that's can be related, but maybe in different intensities, maybe. But yeah, I think that somehow it will appears in different ways, as Vinicius said. This syndrome will appear even just once in your life. It will appear. Even and that I think that's not related to that, because I think that even someone introverted or extroverted, for example, I think that sometimes someone is extroverted to, but this person hides something about herself, her personality. For example, I heard, I don't remember who, but I heard an interview about with a comedian, and I don't remember who because it was long time ago, but he was talking that he used to make fun of himself, but it was something that really hurt him. So I don't know, for about her body, for example. I don't remember, but if he was too slim or fat, I don't remember. But he used to make fun of himself because he was a comedian, and people would laugh instead of um, talking in a different ways about him, and in a way that he wouldn't feel comfortable with, because it was something that he couldn't feel comfortable, so he used to make fun of himself. So I think that even though someone that is extroverted, sometimes this person have their sometimes no, this person will have their um things that trigger this person. It's like vital points, that this person doesn't like, doesn't feel comfortable, and of course this person hides it somehow. And I think it can be characteristic for the to trigger this syndrome in the person.
You thought about the interview. I remember the Robin Williams, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Then he's a very comedian. Then he killed himself because he it's not a good enough, or then have a depression too. Then I'm thinking one thing you have a syndrome. Probably when you don't see that, you have a depression and other complications too, because, like this interview or Robin Williams, né?
Yeah, definitely. I think that when you can't see qualities in yourself, when you think that you are good enough, it doesn't matter your personality. It's something that you have to deal with yourself. Ask some for help, for a therapist, things like that, but it doesn't matter your personality, in my opinion. I think that it just comes, and when you can see good in yourself, you can say you have to search for help. I got lost. 5, right? What strategies have you found be most helpful in overcoming imposter syndrome? Camila.
I think it's therapy. Then, if it's possible, you change the uh the work, or change the or you I don't know, I remember the word, afastar to toxic people. It's very good for your health. Then, and it's not the simple tactic, but I think it's a very important to improve your mental health again.
What about you, Vinicius?
Well, I think there is a need to examine the situation and discover what lead you to feel an imposter. Is lack of capacity, is lack of knowledge, and lack of support from others or the company. And after that, examine is possible to change that. Um, is there enough time to make an intervention about the situation to achieve a good result? If so, then make a plan to change the situation. If not, think about a change an environment, and pursue a new job, or move to another place, depends the situation. I think this is a logical approach to um, to face a imposter syndrome.
No, in my case, it was religion, actually. When I went there and they tried to show me what was good in me, and they put me in situations that I thought I couldn't do, and then you will do that. And I did it. And in the end, my feeling to myself was, okay, I can do this here, so I can do this in my life. So I think that religion for me was something that really helped me to deal with my life itself. And I think that's it. I think that when I went there, they like opened my mind to see that I am enough, yes, that I am good in what I do, in what I like, in what I intend to do. If I want something, I will work hard on this thing. I will study, I will do everything I can, and I will reach the point that I want. And that's it. So in my case, it was that. But I think that everybody should like seek for therapy itself. I am looking for someone to a professional, because I think that's really important, and I think that it's really helpful for us to understand ourselves, understand our feelings, to ask for this um, professional help. And let me see. I will skip the number 6 and I will go to number 7. How have your feelings of imposter syndrome affected your relationship with others? If it does, right? Vinicius.
Well, I don't remember problems. I think when your performance doesn't achieve the expected level, and your boss call you to talk about it. I think this was the only situation that I have that I think I can relate with the imposter syndrome, but not imposter syndrome. I think I did what I can do that in this situation, but it's not enough to enterprise want, and the feedback was bad. Well, but I don't know if the imposter syndrome only if to relate it with the situation that I was hired to do a thing that I can't do that. Okay, but not for imposter syndrome. I know that this goal was high. The company what hired knew the situation, but the results was not enough. But I don't know. I don't know if that was related to imposter syndrome, but is what is near enough to this situation.
Good. What is your opinion, Camilo?
The syndrome, I'm thinking in my maternal job, it's affected more with other people than in a professional. I'm thinking as professional, it's affected me and probably the work when I quit. But for example, when I thought I don't have a good mother for my daughter, I'm trying to do more things for her, like I take a banana in the refrigerator or pick a apple for her. Then it's not that's affect her because it's a problem. I am block her to have independence than me. Then it's a very prejudice to her. Then I'm trying to thought what I do for her, then it's good for me or good for her. It's just for I feel well or I'm really help her. Then it's I think it's more it's a problem then I affect her in some case.
In my experience, I have I had a person in my life that she really triggered these feelings in me, these imposter syndromes in me. Always, when I was around this person, just like a year ago, when I was around this person, I used to feel like the worst person in alive, because I was always hearing how bad I am. So how I can't do what things in general. How I couldn't in that time I was working in don't know how can I say, but I was working to like I don't know if it's right in English, like a receptionist, something like that, recepcionista. I was working as a receptionist, and I was taking care of uh, an Instagram of this company, just Instagram, and a couple of things in communication, but that's it. And then this person was usually this person. I mean, like, it was a how can I say? It was a family company. So this person was my sister, and I was here all the time, like personal and professional ways that I was the worst person ever, that I couldn't do a thing, even though I was working really hard. So now I don't talk with her. So I think that that's a way to that this syndrome itself affect, just like I think Camila said in the beginning, that when we are not in the beginning, but a couple minutes ago, that one of the good ways to avoid the syndrome is like avoid toxic people that are always telling bad things about you, people that just can't say good job, so I think that's a way to that the syndrome affects like relationships itself. And what time is it? Wait. Oh my god, I can. Okay. What time is it? I don't think we have a time for one more. Let me see. What is the next one? I think we can answer the number 9, and we'll skip the number 8 and we go to number 9. And I think we have time for this. Do you feel that societal or cultural factors have played a role in your experience of imposter syndrome? Like the culture itself or the society itself, they influence in your experience of imposter syndrome, Camilo?
I think it's a kind of cultural of some jobs and some works. Like I'm think the companies I'm think like some companies it's common have a toxic manager, I'm thinking is this some companies just hire toxic people. I don't know why to manage another other people. Then I have it's a kind of cultural, but it's a company cultural. Then in life, it's a culture too. Like I'm so the mother, or sometimes do you have a close person like you said? Then I'm thinking sometimes it's uh some people just need to put you down for feel up. I know. I don't know, but it's I think it's cultural, I think.
I got it. I have a question for you. Do you think that, for example, in your feelings about your daughter, for example, related to imposter syndrome, do you think that internet has something about it? For example, when you are on Instagram and you see a lot of videos of moms and their children, and they do things, and and you think, I should be doing that or not. How do you feel about it, about internet, how it influence?
I would think it's a two kind of influence. I think sometimes I saw his mother, my baby don't watch TV. I because it's a very prejudiced, and my kid don't eat any sugar, and you are a bad mom for that if you offer for that. Then I'm exclude this this profile. Then I would really like to saw real mothers or pediatricians talk about, but because it's not I judge you, it's just help you. Okay. It's not good to watch TV a lot of time, but sometimes you need to work, you need to do something, and your child just shut down when you he watch a TV sometimes. Then or sugar. You have your child in a in the birth party, anniversary, for example, birth party. Then you don't. Every child eat sugar, and you oh no, you don't eat a sugar. Oh, I'm a really bad mother if you eat sugar. God. That is, I saw before. It's really for your child, or if you feel well with your mothership, then it's complicated. But I exclude not any profiles out there because of that.
Got it. And Vinicius, what is your opinion about how society and culture itself influencing
Um,
this topic?
in Brazil, we have a culture of failure. The people torce para, I don't know the word. You don't have success. And when you gain success, they said, oh, it was lucky. Not for competence, not for effort. Lucky is any situations. And I think this behavior increase the bad feelings, because we work harder and the people doesn't recognize that. I think this situation turns our feelings very bad, and the imposter syndrome grows inside us.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that maybe we have the culture of competition, maybe, and this person wants you to fail because this person wants to be better. Maybe, I don't know. but I agree with you. I think that society and culture itself, they have a really big influence in imposter syndrome, because I think that the imposter syndrome comes mainly because of the environment, and environment is culture and is society. So guys, we don't have time anymore, and I put in the chat the survey. Unfortunately, I cannot. We are running out of time. Actually, it's already over. So I can't this time ask you if you like this conversation or not. For me, it was awesome. I really learned here a lot of different types, areas of imposter syndrome, and you guys gave really good tips about your experience and how you overcame this imposter syndrome, or are overcoming. So it was awesome for me. But that's it. I need you to answer the feedback for me to understand if it was a good or not conversation. And it's always a pleasure to be here with you. See you guys. Thank you
Thanks.
for being here.
Bye bye.
See ya.